Hey guys, welcome to the channel Market Uncharted. In today's video we are going to look at the top holdings of the financial firms out there. Just a brief idea so we can understand when the phrase goes don't do what I say, do what they do, it exactly comes to mind. So we will see the top banks and financial firms, their top holdings, where they are investing into. So this is important, so you'll see a lot of the same type of stocks, the same names in most of the top holdings, but that also validates how important that stock is to the society, to the stock markets, how important the company itself and brings to the world. So let's see, and I hope you like the video. First of all, we start with Morgan Stanley here, with actually the top holding of Morgan Stanley to be the ETF that follows and tracks the S&P 500. So it clearly shows that Morgan Stanley have faith on the US stock exchange, followed by the names that we all know, such as Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, Visa, Alibaba, etc, etc, etc. Then we have the Royal Bank. So the Royal Bank here of Canada has a lot of holdings that some of them are not actually as known as the others. I'm talking about like Enbridge or the TC Energy or TD Bank. So, or you can see here that they are not as well known as, for example, Apple and Microsoft, which were also the top holdings of Morgan Stanley. A different approach, but a really important one to see as well. Then you have UBS holdings, again more common, more used to, where you see again Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Alibaba, Home Depot, and several other ETFs. And you can see here the IEFA ETF, a really important ETF that UBS has of its top holdings. Scotia holdings as well, the top 10, RBC, TD Market, Microsoft, Shopify, several others. But you see here, as many holdings that we are checking, we have so many common names, usually the FAANGs. Facebook, Google, Amazon, Apple, and Microsoft pretty much appear on the top holdings of pretty much all of these top firms. State Street, again, Apple, Microsoft, Apple, Facebook, Johnson & Johnson, the two shares, or the two types of shares of Google. Fidelity as well. So you can see here, and I think for now you already validate the big names on the US stock market are the ones that these financial firms tend to hold. It validates also the importance and how good these companies are. BlackRock, and this is important because a curiosity about BlackRock is that is the world's largest asset manager with almost 9 trillion in assets under management, and also is seeking now to develop a blockchain strategy for its flagship portfolio management system called Aladdin, and also has the same type of top holdings: Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Johnson & Johnson. These are pretty much the same. And BlackRock, this is one of the firms that I closely look into. So if these guys are investing in these companies, this validates no doubt my choices for the future investing. JP Morgan Chase, again, just like Morgan Stanley, also believes a lot on the S&P 500 in the long run, with almost or above 23 billion just on the SPY, which is the ETF that tracks the S&P 500, and pretty much the same. I just point out here that they also invest on Taiwan Semiconductors with the 5 billion on their positions, which is important because the semiconductor sector for the future, for the chips, for the electronic vehicles, can have a really important impact in the world. Citigroup top holdings, again the same. So you can see that the stock market, the US stock market, is being held by the main banks in the US country. So a lot of this can actually explain why the US stock market continues to be on all-time highs, and also Microsoft, Amazon, Apple, and Facebook keep holdings or keep their valuations so high. Important one to point out here is the investment of Citi also in Tesla with $874 million. So thank you guys for watching this video, a short one, but just to understand that don't do what they say, do what they do. These are their top holdings. These are holdings that we must have in our watch list as well. We must track these companies. These companies have the power to define the tendency of a stock market. Don't forget, knowledge is not power, knowledge is potential power, execution is everything. And just like the markets, we will not rest.